and welcome to Limitless, a youthful show. My name is Martha Sakala.
My name is Chibesa Mungulube.
My name is Mwaka Mwansa.
And my name is Evelyn Tembo.
So if you're joining us for the very first time, Limitless is a youthful show that comes to your screen at 10 hours every Saturday. So today we'll be talking about mental health, and we have a doctor with us in studio. His name is Dr. Joseph Chanda, who will elaborate more on mental health. But maybe before we even introduce him, what do you guys think mental health is?
Mental health.
No, mental health.
Mental health.
Mental health. This is the only side I know about mental health.
That's
what is
disorder?
Oh, mental health is.
I think mental health is mental disorder is, you get, there's clockwise
Oh, okay.
and then
I
yeah.
think mental health is a psychological well-being of a person, rather the absence of mental disorder, mental illness. That's what I think. Mental health.
Yeah.
I think mental health has everything to do with the emotional well-being.
Yeah, it has everything,
To do with your emotions.
Yeah, when your emotions are sound, they are up to date, they are 100% checked, all the boxes are checked, you're okay. Then you say your health is, your mental health rather is on point.
It's on point.
Yeah.
And then when you start behaving like Evelyn here, then you say you have a mental disorder.
Yeah.
Okay, I think our doctor will give me some cure.
Some cure. You see, she really has a mental disorder.
It is well, it is well.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, so get to join us on the other side as we are going to be introducing the guest for today, who's going to shed more light on mental health. Catch us after the break.
As frontliners in the battlefield, we choose to rise above COVID-19. Yes, we choose to fight and to rise above discrimination and not to succumb to fear. We are now alert, and together as one, we are ready to raise our strides of hope. Death might be knocking at the front door, but no mountain is too high, no river too wide, no storm too fierce. Our pain will strengthen us. Fear will drive our faith. Tiende pamozi na mtima umozi. Atwende antomwe amoyo omwe. I stayed at work for you. Stay at home for me and be safe. Be that change.
Please do your best to stay at home. If you must leave your home, please remember to mask up. Keep social distancing of at least 1 meter and wash your hands often with soap and running water or any alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Welcome back to your one and only youthful show, Limitless. And earlier Martha had said that we have a guest, and of course today's show is well spiced up because our guest is actually a gentleman. So introducing on the show is Dr. Joseph Chanda, who is going to be explaining more on mental health. But hey, our main focus is on mental disorder, and we hope you, our dear viewers, are going to learn one or two things. Martha, what do we have today for Dr. Chanda?
All right, so we have the types of mental disorder that we're going to look at. Then we also have symptoms, and we also have preventive measures.
Okay.
So maybe we'll just start with
The definition.
I think we already defined, but
Or maybe
we
we
need
can
a
just
medical term.
Yeah, so you
Of
can just
course.
hear it from
And
the
I think we
medical point
got
of
the
view.
definition of
mental health and
Mental
not
health.
mental disorder.
not
Yeah.
mental disorder, but mental health. I think our doctor can now.
Okay, well, we write with the
Shed more
definition for
light on
mental
both.
health.
First, the girls' words. Dr. Chanda, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. It's a pleasure.
We're also happy to have you.
We're very happy to have you.
So excited.
I can see. I can see.
So please take us through what really is mental health.
All right. So I heard someone say mental health is the absence of
Mental
disorder.
Yeah, I mean illness. In
Okay.
short. Mental
Yeah.
illness,
Right.
that's what I say.
No,
So,
I get what you are saying.
yes.
All right. So back then, that's how it used to be. But this time around, there's a new model about psychosocial
model that we're using, because there's a holistic approach in terms of what health is. And so before we define what mental health is, I think it's appropriate that we know what actually the definition of health is.
Okay, so
All right.
give us.
So as defined by WHO, yes, health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Okay? So from that definition, you can tell that mental being of a person is actually part of the definition of health. And so we have three things that make a triangle, and they're always supposed to be in balance. Okay? And so what we are discussing today has got a huge impact actually on the health of an individual.
Okay.
All right? And so when we say mental, we're talking about something that is relating to the mind. Okay? Quite complex. What the mind is, but I don't think we're dwelling into such today. Okay? And so looking at what I've said, WHO also came up with a definition that simplifies what mental health is, but the definition is quite inclusive of different things. Okay? So according to WHO, mental health is actually a state of well-being whereby an individual is able to recognize their abilities. One, they are able to cope with the normal life stresses. Okay? They're able to work productively. They're able to be fruitful. Okay? And make a contribution to the community. Okay? And so all these needs to be in check. And once one of these is not in check, then you have a disability. You get, okay? Yes, so there is a problem, and so
She's happy.
the disorder is the break in those things that have been mentioned.
Okay.
All right?
And I had something
Okay.
else in my mind.
You know, he's mentioned a lot of things, so I'm trying to check if
I have all these things in place.
Yeah, exactly. That reminds me when we were rotating in psychiatric in 5th year, every time we learned or we came across a patient, we would feel as if we have what they had.
Yeah.
Okay? And you look at your friend, you diagnose with your friend with a mental disorder, which is not a good thing actually, but since I can see you're already doing it.
Yeah,
you
no,
guys.
okay, yes, yeah, you're right. These guys are already doing it, and it's not right, you guys. I've been trying to tell you.
We'll talk about that later. Yes. Okay. So
God.
basically,
See,
those
I'm not the
are
only
the
one.
definitions that we have.
Oh wow, beautiful.
Sure.
And you see, guys, I'm not the only one. See the baby.
You know, when he was saying productivity, I was thinking, am I a productive being?
sometimes
Sometimes.
Sometimes not.
Sometimes
Are your
not.
works fruitful? Do you contribute to the community? Okay, but let's not take it literally.
Okay, yeah.
For this time, okay?
Let's just end from there.
Sure.
What really is mental, just to combine the two? How can you just come up with a proper explanation of mental and health together?
All right. So, like I said, okay, like I said in the definition of health, it was already inclusive of mental being, okay, and I mentioned how the triangle should be
Yes.
in balance, all right, and I explained what mental is. So, in other words, in simpler terms, we're talking about disorders of the mind here. All right, I think does that sound simpler?
Yes, disorder of the mind.
the mind.
Because
Okay, we'll
the
deal with
shine terms, the
Yes.
scientific shine.
Okay. Yeah.
Dr. Chanda, why is it important for someone to know their mental state? Why is it important?
Okay, so you realize that our minds are continuously communicating with our surroundings, okay? Our inner being and our outer being, okay? Our inner environment and our outside environment. And it is very vital because the mind is actually that part of a human being that is able to think, okay, feel, and will. All right? And so you would imagine if a part of you that is allowing you to think, to have a will to do something, okay, to feel something and to be able actually to relate with other people, okay, and that thing is not in check. Can you imagine what would result from such?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is why it is very important that we get to check our mental status.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, doctor, what kinds, or rather, how many types of mental illnesses do we have? Like,
All right.
and how many types? Because there's this one at clinical, Shani, there's bipolar, and everything. So,
And the name sounds so fancy, yeah.
Yeah,
Bipolar.
bipolar.
Like bipolar.
or maybe
Bipolar
is it the right way we think to describe? Like,
Oh yeah.
it is.
All right. So it's quite a complex topic and a very big one.
Yeah.
Okay. But the disorders have been characterized. Okay. At least put in groups so that you would know, okay, which ones are these and which ones are these. But they have subgroups, and you go further and you to imagine how much would come out from there. Okay. But to mention just a few, okay, we have mood disorders. Okay, that's where the bipolar you were talking about falls in. Okay, depression. Okay, yes. So bipolar just means that you have a mood swing that is on two ends. Okay, the excitatory end and the inhibitory, like the depression
Just
end. Okay, yes. So they have episodes where they are too excited. Okay. I think I will explain further when we get to look at them one by one. Let me just list. All right? Okay. So then we also have anxiety disorders. Okay. An example of which is a panic disorder. Yes, where there's a panic attack. Okay. She's right.
She feels intelligent.
Yes. And interestingly, there are eating disorders.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Personality disorders, okay, trauma-related disorders like the post-traumatic stress syndrome, okay, and the most common in our era, the substance abuse disorder.
So I have a question before we go any further.
Okay.
Is sleeping a disorder? Because we love sleeping, and I'm one of those people that really, really love sleeping.
Okay, so it's interesting to note that in one of the disorders, okay, the sleep disturbances and the duration of sleep is also among the symptoms for some of the disorders that are there. And this is why I told you that most of the times when we are learning this and we are looking at this, and you can't help but feel you have one or two of the conditions that are there. But see, maybe it should be checked also.
Okay, so like what are the early symptoms of mental disorder?
All right. Okay, so mental disorder is a broader term, okay? And like I've listed them, okay? The subtypes also have different symptoms, okay? So maybe we'll just pick on a few, okay? Because there are those that are just peculiar to a certain condition, and they're not in the other, okay? So I'll talk about the most common in our Zambian setup, okay? The psychotic disorders, okay, which I didn't mention, okay? An example of which is a schizophrenia, okay? Then the alcohol-related disorders.
An example is what?
Schizophrenia.
What is that?
What is schizophrenia?
What is
Okay, it's
Schizophrenia.
okay.
Okay, a definition.
Let's not dwell on how you pronounce the word. Okay, but it is one of the psychotic disorders, okay? Psychosis is just the disconnection from reality, okay? And so this disorder is quite common in our setup, okay? And it is characterized by psychotic symptoms, and the two prominent ones are hallucinations and delusions.
Wait,
Okay.
Martha, are you one of them? Because
You should stop
like-
calling your
I keep-
hallucinations as
I keep
imaginations.
checking, yeah. I keep
you are-
checking.
Okay. So
Okay,
you guys
it
are
seems
quite
like-
familiar with what hallucinations are.
Yes.
Okay, and delusions. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, so there are those. Then there's the alcohol related. It's quite on the high also in our country in Zambia. Okay, which falls under substance abuse. And I'd love that at some point we get to dwell on this one, because it's the one that affects our youths more often. And another one that is quite common is depression. Okay, so I've mentioned some of the characteristics of the psychotic disorders. Okay, then also, so when it comes, have you seen a depressed person before?
Yeah.
Especially ladies, I'm depressed today.
Yeah, I have.
How does it feel when you're depressed?
That's how it feels.
Okay, sometimes you
But you
lose
just-
appetite. You don't feel like being around people.
You just want, like, you're irritated.
Yeah.
The environment is
Everything
not
is
friendly.
irritating.
Even
Nothing
light
is
becomes
nice.
irritating.
That's the reason
Someone
why I
is
said it's
breathing.
just
Irritating.
Okay,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so you're right. Okay, but remember that these things have got stages. There's a mild stage, a moderate stage, and a severe stage. Okay, and in addition to what you've mentioned also, okay, it is important to know that these people who are depressed actually feel a sense of worthlessness.
Yeah.
Okay, you felt it
I think we've
Yeah,
all been
yeah,
there
to
at
some
some
extent.
point.
at some point.
At some
I've
point,
been
yeah.
there.
Yes, there's also a sense
Me too.
of guilty. Okay,
Yeah.
and when it gets to severe stages, there's also suicidal thoughts. Okay, people are attempting to take their lives, and so you see, these are important things that we need to be looking at, and not just to neglect. Okay, I saw Chibesa was saying mental illness is, you did the reverse. Like,
Like,
then, okay, so that's a perception that we have, but look, okay, when you look at what causes this, you find that most of them actually are not even related to being crazy or mad. It's just how you're coping with the normal stresses of life. Okay, and because we're different people, we react differently to this these stimuli or our environment. Okay, how she handles the stress is different from mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think what you just said, like the adoption and how we should deal with. Okay, I'll just use the example how I handle my stress. I think it's also important that people should stop imposing their ideas on other people. Because, for instance, how Martha is going to handle her stress is different from how I'm going to handle it, how you handle it, and how Evelyn is going to handle it. So sometimes you'll find that maybe I would want to sleep, like to just get over the stress, and then should want to listen to music, should want to take a walk, someone would want to take a long bath, and then you find me sleeping. Why are you sleeping? Okay, maybe I just want to get over the stress. And then you'll be like, no, you don't do that, you're supposed to like maybe listen to music, or you're supposed to do ABCD. And then I'll start thinking, oh, well, okay, so maybe what I'm doing is wrong. And then maybe
it's just an addition.
Yeah, it's just an addition, So maybe in me trying to like cope with her or adapt her way of handling certain things, maybe I'll get to like, become depressed. So like you said, like it's the very little things that actually, add up to depression.
Very intelligent girl.
Doing fine, huh? Yes, she's doing
I
fine.
just want
The
to
rock
to
star.
what you just said. It's all about knowing how you handle your mood. Yeah. So like she said, if she sleeps when she's depressed, that doesn't mean when I sleep when I'm depressed then it's going to work for me. Every different thing works for a different person. Yeah.
So that's just
but
how
we've
it
got
is.
people whereby they just find themselves they're just depressed and they just don't know how to come out of it. They just very stuck, like they don't know what to do.
I think this is where the doctor comes in, because
Yeah.
you said
I think that's
depression
the
also.
severe one, eh?
Yeah, where we say
It's
clinical
exposed.
depression, is it? So how do you prescribe medication on how someone can get over depression, or you? I don't know.
What do you do?
What do you do for someone to like to help someone to get over
Now
their
looking
depression?
at depression now, I'm depressed.
And then
what do
come
I
and see a
do?
physician.
I'm failing to like come out of it to nakangi wachabe.
You're
What?
holding on to it.
Of course.
So baby.
Exactly.
And that's
And you're nursing it
of
so
course,
badly.
of course.
So before I answer that, let me just comment on their contributions. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, it is true that people handle things differently. We are actually unique. But you see, because we live in, they're calling it a global village now. Okay. there are people that have experienced what we're experiencing, okay? And we could learn one or two on how they came out of it, okay? And that's why it is also important to actually hear from people and see what works out, okay, for you. All right. So depending on the severity of the depression, okay, it will determine what kind of intervention is going to be given, okay? Yes. So if it is mild, people just need to be talked to. There's what we call psychotherapy, just a talk therapy.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, you talk to someone, could be an individual or a group therapy. Okay. Yes. But those that it has gone to extremes, we actually have antidepressants. Okay, the medication that is prescribed, and the recommendable way of doing it is actually to combine the two. Okay, medication plus also the psychotherapy as well. Okay, people can do it as individuals or in groups. Okay, then there's also a prescription of, I'll not mention the exact drugs because people can start taking them. What do you think?
Just
It's true.
Wouldn't you want them to be prescribed by the
The problem is you like self-medication.
Exactly.
that's the problem.
We all think as though we are doctors at a certain point, because I went to the hospital and then I told the doctor these symptoms, and then I was told to start taking maybe my malaria pills or maybe some painkiller pills, and then immediately someone tells me they are feeling the same symptoms. I'll obviously tell
different case.
Exactly.
In different case.
Maybe it's from the inside. But doctor, just to go a little bit deeper from the types of disorders that we have when it comes to substance abuse, this is where we would like to dwell most on, because this is what is affecting the youths mostly. What really happens for someone to indulge themselves in substance abuse?
All right. So people do it for different reasons. Okay. There are those who do it to feel good. Okay, for the pleasure. Okay? Yes, being high. All right. Okay. Then there are those who do it to feel better. Okay, maybe you had something that you went through, something didn't go right. Okay, then you're just trying to comfort yourself, so you're just trying to feel better. Okay, there are actually those who do it so that they can do better. Okay, to improve their performance. Okay, then there are others that do it out of curiosity and peer pressure. Okay, they're just curious. Somebody told them, okay, it feels good when you take this. All right, so I'm curious to also test and say, okay. Others it's a peer pressure. Okay, your friend says, no, your work, you don't happen. Okay, that's what happened. Take this and okay, and so this is how it starts. Okay, but remember, most of these substances that get to be abused are those that are addictive. Okay, they are addictive. So you take today, okay, tomorrow you want, then you'll be addicted. Okay, then as you're getting addicted, you're becoming tolerant to it. Okay, and so you're going to be getting the substance in excess. Okay, and this is why the term abuse is coming about. Okay.
Yeah, you have answered my question, Doc, actually. But I thought we would just go more and more and more.
It starts as an addiction, okay? Then an addiction can predispose someone or can worsen a mental illness that can develop from the addiction, okay? Because these drugs, okay, have got different effects, okay? And not just on your mental being, but also on your physical. Okay, for instance, alcohol can destroy your liver, okay, give you hepatitis, jaundice, yellow discoloration of the eyes, okay. Yes.
You start looking like Undertaker.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
So
the best
there are those
example she had.
effects. Again, the same alcohol, when it's absorbed, it has also effects on your brain, and this is why you see somebody struggling, okay, the dizziness, and so imagine you've been subjected to the same things over and over, okay, and those effects come about. Actually.
All right. Beautiful wish to go. Maningi. This is so interesting.
Yeah.
This is so interesting. And we'll be back after this break, and we will be talking about manje tingene muma disorder manje one by one. So catch us after this break.
Coronavirus disease, COVID-19 pandemic, has upended lives of children and their families. While the health sector buckles, borders closed, businesses and schools shutter. As COVID-19 spreads, so was misinformation, fueling discrimination and stigma. Let's promote facts over fear. Let's bring out the trustworthy guidance to our parents, caregivers, and educators. Despite what you might think or feel, we are not your enemy. We're asking you to stop, be still, to listen. I stayed at work for you. Please, please, stay home. Be the change.
Please do your best to stay at home. If you must leave your home, please remember to mask up. Keep social distancing of at least 1 meter and wash your hands often with soap and running water or any alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Welcome back. You are still watching Limitless with us, and we still have the doctor, Dr. Joseph Chanda, who's explaining more on substance abuse and what the effects are. And so now he'll just dive right into the disease part. I don't know what the part is, but there's a disease apparently for drinking alcohol.
All right, so yes, the disease for drinking.
There's a disease.
Okay.
No, there's a disease. There's actually a disease for drinking alcohol, not a disorder.
We mentioned the physical diseases, eh? We did, Yes. But what I wanted to mention is after the addiction, okay? After the addiction, okay, now when people are stopping, all right, there's what we call a substance withdrawal, okay? Syndrome, okay? So it has different symptoms for different drugs.
Oh.
Okay? For instance, for alcohol, okay? When a heavy drinker stops drinking, okay, there's what follows prior to stopping, okay? It's supposed to be for a short time, okay? But for other people, it is prolonged, okay? It is also from mild to severe.
To severe.
Okay, so they might have tremors, okay, confusion, headache, nausea, vomiting, these are mild, okay. Then in severe cases, okay, they have severe confusion, they also have hallucinations, okay, and it can be also life-threatening, okay, and this is why...
stopping all those things.
Yes,
He actually said withdrawing.
Yeah, withdrawing. Yeah,
yes,
stopping.
stopping.
So it's better to continue.
I want us to use the word
Okay, withdrawing
Yes.
from
Alcohol.
all those.
Yes.
And then again, you start getting sick.
Yeah. So remember that you were abusing the drug.
Yes.
Okay. So you were addicted. It became part of you, and so the stopping, okay, has effects. Okay. So we're not saying they shouldn't stop, but we're saying there is a process. Okay. And this is why people with addictions, people with these, they need the help. Okay. All the help they can get from colleagues. Okay. Yes. From their peers, from family, okay, and from the society around them, okay. Remember that some of these people know they have a problem, but it's just quite hard to stop.
So hard when you're
addicted to and there are people who try, then they find it hard to stop, and this is why they need to be helped. They need to have a drug-free environment, okay, away from the substance that they're addicted to, okay, and make sure that the temptation of going back is also dealt with, okay, and you give them time, okay. These are not things that you just say, you drink beer, you should stop, okay.
And then someone stops.
All right, yes. So there is that process, and there is that help that they always need. Okay. Yes.
Oh wow.
Hey. Okay, so it's actually a long process. I think the best is do not abuse the alcohol, do not abuse any drug, because you're gonna land yourself in problems. I'm quite certain none of us would want to go through the trauma, the hallucination, the
so all
sickness,
all that happens when the body is just what detoxing.
Detoxification.
These days, you guys
It all happens.
See, even
not
Dr.
even sure.
Can we just keep quiet and just have a moment?
even sure
Dr.
what they're
Chanda
talking
actually said, I'm
about.
learning the terms,
Yeah.
so you guys, you should start consulting me from now on.
Can the cameras please focus on you?
Yes, I'm Dr. Chanda's PA from now on, so whatever
my
you guys
God.
want to know, just hit me up.
Sure.
Your girl is your plug, I'll plug you in, don't
Are you
worry.
no longer the
The
artist?
rockstar.
The learned, educated rockstar, come on. I'm like, you know,
The P.
the doctor rockstar. So
Okay.
hit me up, guys. I'm your plug.
Congratulations.
So apart from the substance abuse, what else do we have?
All right. Yes. So I had mentioned the psychotic diseases, like you mentioned the schizophrenia and some of the characteristic features. Okay. I also mentioned the mood disorders. Okay. And in here I mentioned two prominent ones. Okay. I said there's bipolar, then there's also depression. Okay. I mentioned that bipolar has got two ends. Just think of it like the north and south pole. Okay, the upper and the lower.
So bipolar takuwa hapa kati, you being neutral, no more.
I think no. I think
It's
no.
So
about
they're
the
just-
person being hyper, then
Yes, it's just episodes.
It's
Okay.
episodes like
Yes,
when
it's
I
episodes.
watch-
Today you are so when you're hyper, okay, the upper side is what they call mania, okay? The people are manic, okay? So they've got euphoria, okay? Instability. By euphoria I mean some intense feeling of excitement. Okay? Then they've got a marked increase in energy. Okay? Yes, then their speech is quite rapid. I hope I'm not rapid, am I?
I think my thumb just wants to go this way today. I think this is a new disorder.
It's quite rapid and very difficult to interpret actually. Okay? What they're saying is segmented. So you get that?
okay, you guys, you're not pointing at me.
Yeah.
No, it's just that my finger has
No, it's just our thumbs are going this way, so
But good stuff.
You can just join us and just do like,
And an
Mania
interesting
sounds
part.
funny.
Yeah, and
Fancy rather. It sounds fancy.
An
so don't
interesting,
worry.
an interesting part. They jump from one idea to another. Okay, they don't finish the idea. They're about to say something. As you're about to get to another, you see.
thank you, Doc, thank you.
Yeah, they don't
To the right, to the right.
Okay.
I'm glad you're all pointing to the right. Including yeah.
Oh wow.
So
Yes.
since the hyper part or the very excited part is the maniac, whatever. Is it maniac?
Mania.
Mania.
Oh my God.
And the person is manic.
Okay, so I'm learning. Okay? It's learning on the job, so
It's
don't
job
say
on
that-
training.
yes,
I
yes,
understand you.
So
She's an intern right now.
Yeah, she's an intern.
Yes, it's allowed to make mistakes.
So wait, let my boss, educate us. Like, so can you explain, how can one deal with the mania stage before we go to the lower part? Before we go to the what is it, south? Whatever. Yeah, before we go to the lower one. So how can one deal with the excitement stage?
Okay. Yes. So like I mentioned, okay, I said the recommended is to combine the two. Okay, I said there are medications that are given. Okay, so they are actually mood stabilizers that are given. Okay. Remember that this is a mood disorder. Okay, so there are mood stabilizers that are given. Then there are also in terms of where somebody has got psychotic symptoms, like the ones that I had mentioned, hallucination and delusions, there are antipsychotic drugs that are also prescribed, plus the many therapy that has been devised, okay, looking at how diverse the conditions are. Okay. Yes. Does that answer your question?
It does, doctor, it does.
My PA is learning, you see?
She's so attentive.
If you have a friend who has bipolar and they get an attack, like how can you deal with that?
Yes,
Do you run away? Because I would.
All right.
Like I don't know what to do.
Yes. And so, okay, so it is important that, remember the triangle I said?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's be treating these people the same way we treat people with physical illnesses. Okay? Yes. When someone has a heart problem, do you run away from them? Okay, so the most important thing is to recognize that, look, there is a problem and they need help.
So that's the first step.
Yes, first step.
Recognizing that
Okay.
they need help.
Yes, then provide the basic support. Okay, and remember that most of these disorders, these people do not even realize that they have them. According to them, that's their normal state.
Oh my God.
That's it, no.
Okay, so they don't see anything wrong, and so you'd imagine how it would sound if I came to you and said, like this. Okay, but then bipolar also, okay, can run in the family, so it is heritable. Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay, it's one of those that
not
runs
curable.
within the family. Okay, so if someone had it, there's a possibility another would have it. But there is help that stabilizes them. Okay, yes. So having said they excited to that, so obviously the opposite is when you are not excited. The worthlessness, the guilty. Okay, yes. Then there's the depression. Okay, so bipolar is just one. Then there's also unipolar, when you're just talking about one part. Okay.
Unipolar, just one
Oh,
person.
Yes,
so bi,
yes,
two,
two,
uni
yes,
one.
both
Oh,
like
okay.
this, the episodes are
Ever
yes,
excited,
then-
happy.
Yes, there are those that are just on the upper limit, and there are those that are just on the
You know, I'm
depressed.
learning even if my terms,
Yes, on the depressed part. Okay. Yes. So we can move on.
Yes, please, Doc.
All right. Yes. So on the I mentioned one or two things on depression. Okay. But also an important thing to note is sleep disturbance.
Sleep disturbance.
Yes, there are people who have episodes of insomnia. Okay. But then you still wake up early. Imagine you fell to sleep, but then you still woke up early. Okay. Yes. Then there's also the thoughts of worthlessness. Cited you the suicidal thoughts. Okay.
Evelyn, you have something to say?
Okay, I'm just thinking.
I think
You said something to say you fell to sleep,
Yeah.
and then you failed to wake
I was
up
about
again.
to say
No,
that.
No, you
Wake
woke up
to-
early.
You wake up early.
Yeah.
I think we have a
Kind
diagnosis
of.
already for Evelyn, because most of the things that Doc is saying are pointing to her. She'll
Oh
be,
my God, people.
Then she'll be, huh. And then she'll wake up in the middle of the night. Then 04 she'll call you, are you up? We're supposed to go for work. So I think
I should say Evelyn. Evelyn, don't worry, be comforted.
Please.
Yes, there are people with
I
personality disorders
sometimes
like
wake up. I would wake up.
Doctor, was that a diagnosis or maybe it was a
no,
compliment?
it wasn't. We're just trying to.
I would wake up around 01 and fail to sleep. Like, fail to sleep or just get my diary. Anything that comes in my head, I start writing. Like, I think a lot. Things just come, then I just keep on writing like ideas.
Yeah, but we'll not conclude here you were depressed.
Okay,
You see, we
I'm
react
fine.
differently, and most of these symptoms are interrelated. They are found in a certain, okay? Then there are just times where you're just stressed and so you can't sleep.
Yes.
Okay?
Maybe that.
Yes, so the duration is also
But
important.
if it happens often, then
Yeah, if it keeps on recurring and it becomes of disturbance to you, then I think
Okay, it's like
help is necessary.
they are pointing at me when it comes to bipolar
mind.
and
Okay, so
sunshine.
can someone just tie
I already
Evelyn?
have a
Our
doctor here
producer,
now.
producer, we need the rope. Can someone tie Evelyn up so that the doctor can like get to
with
the
a
help
suit,
part?
with a
Yes,
like
so he can get
something
to
to
the
cover her
help part.
mouth, like
We help her and then we can move on
yes,
with her
because
tied, by the
please
way.
find a suitor for her.
Yeah. So moving on, I also mentioned that one of the other types is anxiety disorder. Okay, anxiety is an English term, so maybe we're familiar with it. But the disorder we're talking about here is the inability to regulate your fear or worry. Okay. Yes, and these people, the symptoms they'll have is chest pain, difficulties in breathing. You know when you're anxious, okay, when you're afraid, okay. It is normal to be afraid, but this type is extreme. You get the point there? Yes. Okay. And under this, I also mentioned that that's where you find the panic disorder as well. Okay. So under anxiety, you find people with palpitations. Palpitation, I'm just talking about your heart racing. Okay. And the panic attack in the panic disorder. Okay, where somebody just has intense fear to an extent where they start sweating and they have dizziness. Okay. Yes.
intense fear.
You start passing
Malita, are you one of them?
panic attacks. Has anyone
But
ever
when I say
experienced a
cockroach.
panic attack? Or have you ever been around someone that has ever experienced a panic attack?
I've never.
No?
Never. You haven't lived, you people.
For me, they haven't.
No, we haven't.
I had a friend in high school. She had a panic attack. You guys, it wasn't funny. Okay, at first, where you think, because when you don't understand certain things, you think maybe someone is just exaggerating their feelings and whatnot. So that's what we used to think of her, because we always thought that maybe she wants attention and stuff like that. Till, she actually had an attack, like a panic attack, and it wasn't funny, guys. Like, we would laugh, but then it was just like, what's going on? Because like she couldn't breathe, she was like, and anyway, if you're watching, please know. We know what you're going through. We've learned now, so forgive us. 5-6 years ago, we didn't know what was happening.
Please don't continue, as we are just going to wrap up with a whole lot of mental health.
Yes. As I wrap up, okay, so she talked of prevention, okay, prevention. So prevention is effective when you know what causes what is happening. All right, because people do certain things or go through certain things due to different reasons. Okay, so allow me to just recap on what causes these things. Okay, childhood abuse. Okay, yes, there are people that were abused as they were children and they haven't recovered from it. Okay, they need help. Okay, trauma. Okay, you were riding a bike, you fell, or something hit your head. Okay, yes. Then neglect. The people were just neglected. Okay, and so they're failing to cope with that. All right. Yes. Then social isolation. Okay. Remember in the definition of health, we mentioned that the social being of someone is it's very important. Okay, and the three have to always be in check. Okay. Social isolation is very cardinal. Okay, there are people who feel friends don't need me, maybe I have something that does not allow me to suit in, to fit in, and so they react differently. They feel lonely. Okay, yes. Then there's social disadvantage, poverty as well. Okay, debt. When you owe some people, then they're on your neck. Yes. Okay, and so you'd imagine a lot of people are okay. Then bereavement also.
Yeah.
Okay, when you lose a loved one. Okay. Yes. Some people go into depression and it goes to severe. There are even people who threaten to take their lives.
But death is touching.
Okay. Then also long-term stress. Okay, being stressed over and over to an extent that you can't cope with it anymore. All right. And then long-term physical diseases as well. Okay. You have a terminal illness. You've had it for a long time, and your mind is, you see her. Yes. But then another thing to note, even as we're concluding, is you might be looking at the person who is affected, who is having the disorder, and neglecting that the people around them are also affected. Okay? And many a times the caregivers themselves are the patients themselves. Okay? Because how are they also coping with it? Okay? Okay? And so it is also important to also look at what is transpiring right now. Okay? During
With
this
COVID-19
pandemic, people have lost jobs, okay? Losing a job is also one of the causes of mental illnesses, okay? Unemployment, okay? The levels of unemployment are quite high today. Okay? So how are our youths or the people who are unemployed coping with it? Okay? Those that lost jobs during the pandemic, how are they coping with it? Okay? How are we taking care of them? All right? People are not going to school, schools are closed. All right? What are they doing in their spare time? Okay? How curious are they? Okay? Their peers. What's the pressure that is coming from them? Okay? And so we spend more time on internet. What are the youths, the children learning from it? Okay? Yes. So it is very important. Okay? And it needs a holistic approach in tackling this. Okay, people should know that it's very important to keep your mental health in check. Okay, we need each other, we need the support. Okay, we need to be communicating, we need to be talking, we need organizations that are coming through. We're happy that most of the rehabilitation centers are being set up in Lusaka. And so, there was a stereotype that was there with Chinama. People just associated it with mad, crazy people. But now there are rehabilitation centers, there are youth groups that are dealing with these things. And so it is easier for people to go there and seek help. And I hope that with time, programs will be introduced in schools, okay, so that people are talking about this more often, okay, because it does really disturb the runnings of.
And that would really, really help.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Chanda, for coming through and for
Thank you
taking
very
us
much.
through this ride of mental health. I'm hoping that you, our dear viewer, has learned one or two things, because we too have learned a lot from Dr. Chanda. But before we even let you go, what are the last words that you have for the people who are watching out there?
Please.
Okay, so dear viewers, thank you for joining us. It is important that you bear in mind that mental health is a very delicate thing, and we need to look at it holistically. Okay, let's not discriminate, let's not stigmatize. Okay, let's take care of our people. They need help, we need them, they need us. Okay, and Zambia, about 70 to 80% of people, okay, seek traditional help before they go for conventional.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of superstitions around these diseases. Okay, my boy was very intelligent, he was in school doing fine, then when he came, someone bewitched them or something. Maybe your boy was just on drugs.
It's not funny,
Okay,
guys.
so let's learn to engage. We talk to people. Let's help them know they have a problem and it can be solved. Okay, the earlier you detect it, the more successful the treatment.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
And my dear viewers, it is on this note that we come to the end of our topic. Catch us on the other side with the entertainment segment, as Martha is going to take us through it. See you after the break.
May we use these trying moments to rise to something that's important. Take life not for granted. Tell someone that you love them. If any of you have any COVID-19 symptoms, which are a fever of above 38 degrees Celsius, a cough, difficulty in breathing, shortness of breath, or chest pains, please do not hesitate to call 909 or 0974 49 35 53, and medical assistance will come your way. We hope for the better and leave everything in the hands of God. Together, we can combat COVID-19. Please stay at home for me. I stayed at work for you. Be that change.
Please do your best to stay at home. If you must leave your home, please remember to mask up. Keep social distancing of at least 1 meter and wash your hands often with soap and running water or any alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Welcome back to Limitless. So right now we're jumping into the entertainment segment, and the game we're going to be doing today is called Draw What You Feel. So my partner is Chibesa.
The winning team, as usual.
This one likes competition, but anyway, this game is for fun purposes, guys. Don't take it too personal. Mwaka and
I don't know
Evelyn
why I really want
have
to
also
laugh
paired
so
up.
hard.
Oh no, what's going on?
She loves competition.
We're always the winning team. You know, every team that I'm part of is always winning. So
Because
please
you're
just bear it
You're
in mind.
obsessed with competition.
No,
No.
it's just that I'm a winner.
That in itself is a disorder.
Disorder.
Yeah, so forgive her now.
So Martha, explain the game to us so we can get right into
Start.
it.
All right, so as I said, the name of the game is Draw What You Feel. So let me just illustrate that. Chibesa is here. So I'm going to be drawing. Then Chibesa has to draw what she's going to be feeling. So she's going to be doing that on the paper.
Win fast.
So because I'm with her, one of you has to come here and draw.
Don't worry, I will do it. I will
Yes.
do it. And
And then I'll be drawing what I'll be feeling.
Yes.
Don't draw me a gari moto. Draw me something that's simple.
Mommy, you're doing what you're
Let the
feeling.
challenge begin, and of course, the winning team is gonna get 100%. Trust me, I'm the princess,
Oh
so
my
I always
God.
get it right.
Disorder.
Wow, okay,
people,
so can
disorder.
you just keep quiet already so I
Disorder.
Right, right.
She's so.
I want to see
serious.
this.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Okay, I would love to see why show.
Wait, go back into that again.
No.
No.
Draw what you feel.
Oh my god. Oh, this is not making any sense. You.
Oh my God.
The winning team with who?
This should be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm doing what I feel, and I'm so confident.
That's so pretty.
Okay, that's
Okay, people
enough.
can draw, and she's drawing.
That's
like,
enough.
All right.
What do you mean that's enough?
Let's show the pictures.
So guys, this right here is what I drew. This right here is what I was doing. What were you doing? Let's do a rerun of that one.
No.
Show us.
Producer, can we do it again?
No.
Okay, so my producer says.
Okay, so that's her drawing.
Okay, that's
Is this supposed to
crazy.
be like this?
No. It's just like that, eh? Just like that.
Oh, well.
All right.
Okay.
This is
Hi,
what she
guys.
felt.
Okay,
This
so
is what I felt, and I'm
it's
so proud of
Evelyn's
myself.
turn now. Sorry,
Okay.
it's Evelyn's turn. So,
So I'm gonna
Martha,
get
I think
okay.
Martha is going to draw on you. Yeah.
Here.
You know, Martha, we're the winning team, so.
So can you come stand right
Well,
next to me,
I know.
please?
I've done
Can
a
you
great
move?
job,
Can you
so
move?
I'll credit myself for that.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Okay, may I kindly have that marker? Thank you.
You ready?
Winning team, guys.
Aye.
Winning team.
Evelyn, are you ready?
Ready.
All right.
Let's see what she'll produce.
So while these guys are drawing on themselves and whatnot, please guys like our Facebook page, get interactive with us. It's Limitless Loyola TV, and we always stream our videos. So you guys give us a thumbs up. That's a like button, comment, and get to read out your comments. So this should be interesting, guys.
I'm done. You're done.
All right, so guys, don't forget to ding that bell so that you can get a notification every time we are streaming live. So
right.
let's get to see what did you do, Martha.
Ice cream. My drawing is
A
bad,
corn
but yeah.
ice cream. Evelyn, can we see your product? We're waiting.
At least I tried.
I can't see any trowel there.
Okay. You know what? I'll give you
the curve.
I'll give you a 5 for like actually feeling something.
Feeling something.
Yeah.
It's your turn. I think it's your turn.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
this
I'll get
is
to draw
better
on
now.
now. So here.
At least you tried here. I tried.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll
Unlike
get,
the one
excuse
Chibesa
us.
did earlier.
Please don't compare yourself to me. I'm the princess.
Oh my God.
Yes, please. You know I'm very intelligent. I'm a genius.
Yeah.
That was the finishing up of the sentence.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a genius.
Genius.
Yeah, genius.
Let's see.
Can I just get another paper because maybe I might get the printings of the marker on Martha's.
No one got a printing of anyone on.
I'm telling you what I'm seeing.
Okay.
Obey.
Right. Princess
Can we-
Chibesa.
Oh yes, thank you. You get an happy up at the end of this for calling me that.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am.
And the feeling goes like wee. And the wee. And the wee.
Okay, I got to see this.
I'm not seeing anything. I'm not feeling anything.
Are you sure?
I am.
I don't think so.
Okay, I think that. I think there's that. I think there's that. Whatever you're doing, Chibesa.
Yeah. Be proud of yourself. At least you've done something. You're better than people. I trust you. Remember we were together.
Even a dot.
Actually, this girl is not like. It's
Pressing
like
hard.
Yeah, she's not pressing hard. It's like she's.
And she has 3 papers with
No,
that's
trying
the
to-
problem. See?
Okay, I'll just go through what I did. Just get yourself another plain paper, so that you don't lie for me. At it's Princess's fault. No.
Can you also get a fresh paper and just redo the drawing?
We only have 2 papers.
No, I just want to use this same one. What's wrong with you? I want to make it even more darker.
So we're starting now.
Yeah, I've already started. I think you can feel this, unless if you say your feelings are
Chibesa,
gone.
please tell me when you're starting because you just.
She's already started.
But I think you can feel. It's all about a matter of feeling.
Okay, I'll still go with this because I'm legit sure there's something like this, and then I don't know there's a circle somewhere. I don't know what you're doing that.
You're not supposed to.
There's a tick somewhere. I'm giving you a hint. There's a V and other small letter V's. You've seen how good I am, okay? I've even giving you a hint.
Are the V's grass or something?
Come on, just listen to what I'm telling you.
I think there's some. I think you're drawing a house.
Yep, you almost got it, girlfriend. I trust you.
It's about to draw what you feel. Don't stop asking questions.
At least, thank you so much for coming through with your help, Martha.
What's that?
She's doing what she can feel.
Chibesa.
Okay. Oops. My marker just fell.
My back was being abused, guys.
So I did something that is... Oh, wow.
Let's see. And are you guys? You won't do me
This
that.
is what I could feel.
Show the camera what you...
But we don't know what you do.
So this is the drawing. This is the drawing that I did.
Oh, that's the joy. Oh, at least I was close, guys. I was.
Look at the V's. So the V was
Evelyn,
here.
please. Let me draw something, baby girl. Let me draw something.
Are you drawing it on me?
Nah, me. No.
Go now.
I'm drawing it on.
Okay.
Be pressing hard, day.
I'll try my best.
It's annoying when your teammate is Chibesa and she's drawing to make sure you lose. So yeah, it's really hard. Yeah.
Chibesa likes competition. I said it, guys. It's not a competition. This is just for fun purposes.
And we're really
Don't
having
be like
fun
Chibesa.
here because
I'm sure she grew up among boys.
Oh,
Boys are very
are you ready?
competitive.
Yes, I'm ready.
yeah. So let's see what these guys have. Ramarita. At least be like her. She's just drawing. She's not asking questions. She's not even complaining. You almost got it.
How was I supposed to feel if you're not letting
Can
me
you
feel?
please press hard?
You're doing this. Do you
Are
feel
you
that?
sure? Oh, yeah, I do. At least I can even see it.
You win. You win. You win.
Thank you.
You win.
Thank you.
There's never losing with Chibesa, guys. I don't know
No.
who gave her the impression that she's a princess. So.
My dad.
You're done?
Not
It's all about me and my dad, you know. Oh, these drawings, though.
I can't feel anything that
I think
Evelyn is
I
drawing.
think you did the same thing.
Okay, I'm trying my best to press hard.
Yeah, that's what
Because
I
you
said.
first had this.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I'm just going to do what I first did because I could legit feel
Look
that.
at this. And yet the correct drawing was...
I actually felt you are drawing a
Evelyn,
house, and that is
what
why
are you
I was
drawing?
so convinced.
Just draw. It's for me to know and for you to find out now.
Are you done?
Not yet.
Oh my goodness.
I'm doing what I'm feeling.
Yes.
Yes,
You're
you
very
what you are
intelligent,
Yeah.
my dear.
You've drawn?
Yes. She's so confident. Evelyn, how far now?
Evelyn. I've given up.
I think you got this one, Martha.
No.
Because
Wait.
it's almost
Evelyn.
similar. Please, Martha, show us the drawing.
Oh,
She's such a cutie pie.
let's see what you've done.
Great artwork.
This is what I've done.
That's just so complicated for someone to actually fill on the back.
Complicated. There's a flower. There's the heart.
There's a lot
with the
going on in
arrow,
that picture.
There's a flower pot.
At least you would.
Or at least we're
got
getting
the
the,
dots right.
the heart right.
the heart right.
Half. And what else?
Who even draws like that?
That's lift and
Who even draws like that?
I just
My
had
young
to
brother
draw
can do a better job.
Yeah, I'm really not a drawer, guys, so I just had to do my best. Anything that came in my mind, eh?
Okay, so
this is what
guys,
I felt.
this is the game that we had for you today. Draw what you feel. This is the game that you can actually play with your siblings in the comfort of your homes. You know, there's Corona out there. Stay home, stay safe, and play the game. Till next time, for me and my beautiful ladies, it's bye-bye.
Bye.